Hey up guys, here we are, it's in Light in the Shadows, special episode number 3. This past week we have had Richard Smith on the double figures mode. We're on episode 10 and he talked about self-doubt, and as you can see, there it is right behind me, promoting that bad boy. After you've watched this one guys, make sure you check out Richard Smith self-doubt motivation. But we're staying put right now, aren't we, bro? Paolo, I don't need to big you up. I don't need to introduce you, man, because you are the regular co-host now. How you doing, man? You all right?
Hi. Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited for this. It's been a good week.
Nice one, bro.
I loved, and to be fair, do you know what? You know, being on working with you the past week and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's nice that I got to just log in last night and just listen and be like a fan still. So I was like, I thought it was unbelievable what Rich was talking about last night. It was quality.
Yeah, man. Rich rang me up last night and he was telling me how he played it over in his car journey on the way home back from Scunthorpe to Nottingham.
Yeah.
And he was saying he was absolutely buzzing. He loved it. So yeah, man.
No, it's good. I think so many people I took stuff from it as well, just listening. And even I played the last 20 minutes again today, but the little things of like this, the trials and tribulations what he's had to go through, but for him to just keep going and never giving up was just massive. And like where he's got today, brilliant. I love listening to it and watching it.
Yeah, that's why.
And I get to do that on both sides.
That's right, man. That's why.
I get to like and subscribe, and then big it up.
Come on, and you've done a great job. I want to publicly acknowledge all your efforts.
Sometimes.
You've done amazing, mate. So I appreciate it so much, man. So yeah, today, Monday.
Mate, it's just been me jumping on and enjoying it.
Today on Monday,
Yes.
It's been the hardest day I usually think. So that's why I put on Facebook Live for people to get on it. Because Monday is a tough day. Usually you wake up and you're just like, can't be bothered. So we've got to bring that fire, bro.
Yeah, we did.
Speaking of fire.
Oh, nice t-shirt.
Check out the flames, bro. Do you know? Yeah. Do you
Fresh
know?
on today.
Do you know who it is? I'm gonna publicly advertise these. Do you know who it is? Who it is? There we go. Just wait for it. Give it a little turn around.
There we go.
200 degrees.
200 degrees.
Yeah, man. I'm buying their merch.
Did you get that from the shop? You buy the merch. You're such a coffee addict now. You working in town by any chance?
Maybe.
It's a nice t-shirt.
Right, I can't contain myself, by the way. We told the viewers last time when we would do... Oh, sorry, before I go on what I was going to say, hey, true customer right there. Get a free coffee, mate. Get a free coffee.
Oh, free one. Good for me. Because you bought the merch. You're going to plug it now as well. Get to 200.
Oh,
they're all
mate.
over England. Midlands.
We're on fire
Birmingham,
over it.
Leeds. Oh, of course they are. Of course they're in Leeds.
Oh, do you know
There
what?
we
I
go.
was actually going to get
Go
my
on then.
newspaper. I was going to start off my episode reading my newspaper. It says champions on it. I thought, no, that's just been a bit big-headed, isn't it?
No, I think it's good. And congratulations. I know we've already spoke about it, but you're back in the promised land.
We are, mate. It's class.
Surprised you're not wearing a Leeds shirt now. But
No.
Never mind.
You can't put off people, can you? Right. We said to the viewers last time, we said we're going to, every single special episode, we'll bring a joke.
I'm so excited for this bit.
So, right. Heads or tails, who goes first?
Yeah, okay. Are you flipping the coin?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Heads.
Heads for you to go first.
Yeah.
Right then. Oh, mate, it's tails.
So you go first.
Yes.
And then what we want from people is who's funnier, whose joke's funnier every week. Not every week, every 3 weeks. But I'm excited for yours.
Do you know what? When we've done our jokes to all of the viewers, you've got to comment on the video below to vote in. And you've got don't be like not participating here. You've got to comment, put the person's name in the joke that you like more.
Because there's a forfeit for the worst joke on camera in 3 weeks.
All right then.
And we always do this. We say stuff on here, so we can't go back on our word. Go on.
Right,
I'm ready. Yeah,
you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. I have to do it with a straight face because I laugh every time. It's been proper dad joke. Right, here we go. What's a guy that can drink 5 litres of petrol and not get unwell?
Don't know. What's a guy that can drink 5 litres of petrol and not get well?
Jerry can.
I like it. That's
Jerry
cool.
can. Oh mate, I don't care if you don't laugh. I think it's well funny.
No, it's good. It's good. I don't know why I was expecting it to be a bit longer, but you went straight in there. Good.
Yeah.
Now mine's got to live up to something. I do like it. Right, okay, you ready? I'm already laughing. So Donkey walks into a pub, yeah, and he meets a horse there, and they start getting on like a house on fire. And they start having a few drinks, and basically the horse says to the donkey, like, what do you do on a daily basis? Like, what's your job? And he was like, oh, in the summer, I work seasonal, but in the summer, kids ride on my back, and that's my job on the beach. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. He was like, what do you do? And he was like, the horse was like, well, in the summer, a show horse, but in the winter, I'm a racehorse. And this donkey was like, this guy's a thoroughbred, unbelievable. Like, how's he going to be my mate? Anyway, so they carried on having a good night, and they arranged for the next day to go to the donkey's house for like food and drinks. And the donkey's thinking, I need to impress him. So he buys a few pictures of zebras and puts them in frames all around the house, like dotted around, like one in every room. Anyway, horse comes around, they're having a chat again. Things start to flow. He's put on a lovely plush meal. They're having a few wines. And then later on in the evening, the horse says, what's the deal with the zebras? He's like, oh, them. That's when I used to play for Juventus. Mate, that took prep. I'm buzzing with that. And you know, I heard a Scottish guy say it, and it was even funnier.
Mate.
So if mine's not funnier, guys, and I get the forfeit, I'm fuming. Because I put a lot of time and effort into that.
So make sure you pause the video right now and you choose the best joke. So Paolo is the horse and donkey, Rory for the jerry can.
Good, that was good, you know. I was laughing.
Short and sweet, to the point, brother. Oh my gosh.
And mine was long-winded, but I just had to build it up.
No, you did well. You did well. I hope we didn't lose people on that. I hope we didn't lose.
Well, that was a risk. Not everyone gonna watch it. Gonna be a football fan. That Juventus who?
Yeah, do you know what I thought that when you said that? I was like, ooh, what happens if they don't play football?
They don't know they're playing the guys are playing black and white. That's why it's funny. And zebras are black and white. It's worse if I've got to explain it. Okay, let's move on.
Stop.
This is interesting.
Hey, guess what I also got on to show people tonight?
Yes, has it arrived?
So, viewers, Paolo and I have decided we're going to push ourselves to do some reading and that so that we can enlighten you guys with more info, more tips, more inspiration, motivation. So, I got myself a new book. So I'm going to open it.
Good.
On here.
This is a journal, yeah?
Yeah, this is called Mind Journal. So, here we go. This is the viewers. Mind Journal. So, comes in pretty swanky packaging, actually. So, I'm really excited about it. So, it's 3 months of journaling. And it's got 30 life-changing exercises, 3 stages of self-discovery. And it's specifically reinvented for guys as well. So it says here on the front, it says it's achieve your goals, live your dreams, and conquer your fears with the groundbreaking journal that has transformed the lives of thousands of guys. Your journey starts here.
Decent.
Buzzing.
Let's have a look inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what a page looks like.
Yeah, man.
So you'll be filling this out. When, to be fair, I suppose you can fill out when you want. When will you do it? Will you do it in the morning?
Oh, it's daily. Yeah, it's daily. And I'm probably, because I'm not a morning person, and in the morning when I wake up, all I'll put is feel like, smell like, look like death. There's going to be nothing constructive. So I think it's good to analyze it in the evening when I've had my day. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you can work on your jokes as well in there as well, can't you?
Hey, you lay off my jokes, pal. My jokes are fine. Hey, you wait until let the people decide. Let the people speak.
Let the people decide. Guys, just watch a few Juventus highlights. No, I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to do this. You guys, I mean you. What's it looking at?
Oh, mate, this goes in. Guys, this goes in deep. So straight away it's saying, you're about to embark on an incredible journey. Even though the road might get rocky and rough, the view at the end will be worth it. Ooh. Welcome to Mind Journal. So let me get to the first main page. So there's stage 1. So there's 3 stages. In the first stage, you're going to learn how to capture your thoughts and feelings and put them down on paper to give them a place so they're not just in your head. Oh, wow, look at this. So this is the first entry. So it says, how do you feel? So you literally just cross off any of these words and it'll ask you, what are your intentions? What are your achievements? Things you're grateful for. Oh, that's massive. A lot of people struggle with that. We can focus on the negatives, can't we, bro? And not actually think about what we can be grateful for.
I think, and I'm going to talk. I'll talk when it's my turn. But I did a little post. I can't even get my words out. I did a little post on our gram the other day about Dan Abraham, and he's a sports psychologist. But he was talking from the angle of how our minds make negative pictures automatically almost, and we have to train our mind to think positively. And when you start to ask your mind questions and ask yourself questions, that is, and your mind can do some amazing things imagination wise, but also give you the good pictures, what you've already done, so what you've already achieved, and just reminding yourself of that. So yeah, that looks unbelievable. And I think at the end of the day, I think you're exactly right. If you're going to fill it in the morning, it's almost like you need to think back to the day before, don't you? But you may as well, when things are fresh in your mind that night, and reminding yourself, even if you've had a poo day, what out of that day stuck out where it was an achievement.
Yeah, it's like a good balance. It's not like we're having a pity party in this journal, but not like pretending everything's all hunky-dory. It's like a good balance of both. So here as well, it's got the... Hey up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You froze a little bit.
Yeah, camera's froze. You still see me?
I can hear you, but you just froze.
Let's try it again. Start video up. There we are, duckies. That's my first glitch of all the episodes.
First glitch.
So here's the pie of life. So it's just you've got these different sections of your life you can choose. And 0 to 10. So start in the middle, 0, and then you can score it all the way to 10 for that one area. And so it'll
Yeah,
like make a different spikes according to the things you choose, like money, finances, health, well-being, fitness, family, friends, relationships, work, career, adventures, or you can choose your own really. So it's quite sick. So it will basically give you a visualization of how you've ranked, how satisfied you are in these areas of your life. So it gives you like a good picture of, right, what's my life looking like? So it's all getting it out of your head, isn't it? And putting it on paper.
Yeah, of course.
And then it asks you to write about how you scored. So this is decent, mate.
It's gonna be good. So that's your challenge, isn't it? To like make an entry every day.
So how long we got to the next one? 3 weeks, right?
3 weeks, yeah.
So make an entry every day. If I don't
make
an entry every day, what's my forfeit?
Your forfeit. Oh, so we're doing forfeit live on. Did we say forfeit live on camera, or is it a new challenge? No, forfeit live on camera. It's going to be something horrible, like a 3-minute plank while I carry on talking.
Is that what you want to say?
How are you feeling about that? I don't. It's got to be, hasn't it? We're trying to promote a healthy lifestyle, so I'm not gonna make you down a dirty pipe, or do you know what I'm saying? Take your shirt off and run around with it around your head.
No, I'll tell you what. I'll do a 3-minute plank.
Yeah, good. So this is good. You found out my weakness in the week as well, so my challenge is, so I bought a book, which I spoke a little bit about on one of our stories the other day. So don't sweat the small stuff. And this book, so when I did a little bit of research on what book I wanted to buy, so that book came out like 20 years ago, but they re-released it and kind of changed it a little bit. But it was so popular 20 years ago, and they've done loads of versions of it as well. That I just kind of wanted to, after reading the blurb and whatnot, I wanted to kind of get into it. And when we were chatting, I was like, look, I love reading, but I'm just rubbish at it because I know I need to do it more. And I use that excuse of I've been too busy. Well, I need to set 10 minutes aside or whatever a night. So my challenge is obviously to read a bit each night. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I started it, and I love that. And personally as well, and I know we all do it, but there's certain things like tiny things what shouldn't bother us, and it's like it gets under my skin. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I stressing about? And I think when reading what people have kind of achieved from it or let things go, and the tiniest of things, I think it just can help. And for me to then talk about it would be cool. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, don't mess up, bro.
Yeah, so and I will be honest, I think we have to have a little pact, don't we, where we send each other, I don't know, a little photo each day of doing it.
Yeah. Photo evidence all day long.
Photo evidence.
Yeah, let's do that.
Accountable. We have to be held accountable.
And you know what? You've just brought up a massive, I think, life area that a lot of blokes are missing. And this is not a judgmental comment. This is what I genuinely believe from a lot of experience and mentoring, and even myself and all that kind of stuff, is that if we are not accountable to someone that we can trust and that we have that reciprocate, respectful relationship, and we're not being accountable to one another, that's when you can hide in the shadows, and that's when you get away with the things that are not benefiting your life. So I just think, you know what, guys, like, I hope this is inspiring you. Yeah, we're having a bit of a laugh about it, and we're trying to give you some more content. But if we don't hold ourselves accountable to someone, then we're more likely just to not bother doing it. So you're starting a fitness regime, or you're trying to adapt your eating habits where you want to create yourself, not a diet, but a new way of eating and drinking healthier, then I'd say do it with someone, or be accountable so that you're having someone that's checking up on you all the time. I know what you're saying about that, bro, but I think it's a massive aspect of life.
I think, no, I totally agree. And I know if I'm accountable for something, and I think maybe, and I'll probably only say this once in that sense, but I set that challenge where I wanted to raise all that money for mine, but I knew I had to do so many press ups a day. And that was that drive to get up every day and do it. And because I knew that there was a target, I knew that there was something at the end of it where I wanted to achieve. And I think just going back to this, like, I am not an academic. And listening to Rich last night, but I know how important it is, let's say, for my job. I know how important it is for me as a person to grow as a person. If I don't read, if I don't listen, if I don't talk to people what I know that they're going to engage me, or people inspire me and what they get up to. So yeah, literature and whatever it is, psychologist, I know that I can grow as a person if I can kind of get into that.
Definitely.
And it's not kind of, I think it's just us being honest as well, that there's no one's a finished article, no one will ever be a finished article, but we can learn so much. And I think just in the past week, us like having chats about, let's try this, let's try that, let's do this, and and trial and error really. And I think I'm excited because I know that once I kind of get my head into something, and it might be one of them that like we'll do challenges over time and we'll be like, that one for us, but we've tried it. Reading, that one for us. But yeah, no, I know that it is good for me. And like we just said, like if I'm accountable to someone or for something, it's only going to make me do it. What's my forfeit, by the way? Have you thought about it?
Do you know what? They say caffeine can have a bit of an ill effect on your life. So your forfeit will be you'd have to go a week without caffeinated coffee. Oh, he's gone. Awful. He's gone.
Fully gone. I've moved house. I've changed area. That's it. I don't want to be accountable.
Hey,
no, it's good.
Let it motivate you, brother.
Yes, it's good.
Go hard or go home.
Got to go a week without caffeine. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I mean,
just make sure you read.
I'm gonna have to try and stay awake. Yeah, no, this is it. I've got to read, otherwise no coffee. That's big. I'm drinking. I've had a coffee out of your mug. What you bought me, by the way. Nice present. So Rory bought, for the viewers, Rory bought me a couple of mugs when I came on board, amongst a few other things. It was really nice. To say thanks. And hey, I've used them.
Yeah, man. It was a welcome to the team gift. I'm taking this thing seriously, not messing around.
Yeah. There was no backing out after that.
Yeah, like bribed him with a few gifts. Yeah, nah. It's like the mafia. Once you've got them, that's it.
Keep them coming.
There's no getting out.
No, it was nice. It's nice, mate. And you can have a lovely espresso in it, or decaffeinated if I fail.
Yeah. Anyway, focus on the positives. Focus on the reward, which is going to get into your book and you're going to enjoy it. And it's going to benefit your life. Not, yes, if I don't. No, let's not operate out of fear. Let's operate out of love.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good. We've sorted that, haven't we? We know what's coming if we don't do our challenges. We're accountable. We spoke a bit about. I'm excited to see what this journal brings. I'm excited to see what goes off in this book.
I'm gonna start it tonight. But moving on, we want to say to the viewers, we have set up. I'm gonna get it up on the screen any second. Ready, Pat? Are you ready, bud? Come on the screen right now. Is our email address. We want to hear from you guys. It's time for you. That's it. Oh, he's flashing it now. He's causing. Do you know? Everyone, he's causing me more work because when he flicks it more, I've got to then time it. I will. Yeah, cut the flickering, bro. I'll be there all night trying to perfect it.
I've killed you there.
Absolutely breaking me. But anyway, the viewers, we want to say to you, we want to hear. We want to make this more interactive. Like, it's good that we're providing all this information in like the shadows. You're in the shadows, that's cool. You're behind the screen, that's cool. We understand, we empathize, and we know that's where you're at. But we want to start creating a bit of community. We want to start creating some dialogue. So we want to say to you, on that email address that's still on the screen, is enlightenthesh1@gmail.com. And we want to hear from you guys. We want any questions you may have, any talking topics that you want to submit, and we'll bring it. We'll keep you anonymous if you don't want to disclose, you know, who you are, who's asking it, who wants to talk about stuff like that. And you know, we just want to hear from you. We want to make this interactive, and this is what it's about. It's not just me and Paolo having a jolly old on Zoom and hoping someone's watching the other side. We want to start creating a following so that all you subscribers and all the people on the socials we can then lead it and make ourselves a group on our Facebook and that. So yeah, we want to hear from you guys. Any questions, anything at all, send it over to that.
No, this is it. I think, and we've already been talking about what guests and stuff, what's coming up, and we just want people from all walks of life, and already who's Rory's interviewed, it's been amazing. But I think we know we can maybe reach out to more. We know we can in that respect, where let's say you're not going to be a guest, but you're on a journey yourself, and you want to tell us a bit about your story, and we want to know a bit more, because we know there is lads out there struggling, watching these videos. We just want to hear from you, and it might just be about what you think of the show, but it also might be a bit about your story. And the amount of boys what have come forward, let's say when we started this journey, is amazing. But we just want to kind of keep coming forward, because we have got plans in motion for like a Facebook safe group where we will have a time designated where we will be having like a bit of an open forum. And if that appeals to you and you can get on board with that, we want you there as well. So, absolutely. But we need to hear from you. It might be a DM in our Insta or Twitter, or it might, like Rory just put up there, our email as well. So loads of platforms to kind of get in touch with us, and we want to hear from you. So definitely.
Let's have it. But yeah, you've hooked me up. Yeah. You're networking. You've hooked me up with my next guest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we tell the people?
Ian Deacon.
He's on it.
Yeah, definitely. No, he's a absolute top boy. So he is my current football manager at the minute at Long Eaton. But we've known each other a long time, probably from youth football days. I'm talking age 10, 12, I'm not sure. But and we've got the same friendship group as well. So we are good friends. And I go back to, like, we are the same age, but and he'll tell you all this on his episode. He struggled with injury later on in the past few years, and he's gone into management, and he is a good manager, and he will be a successful manager, I believe, because he's so dedicated to it as well.
Not just because you're playing for him.
Yeah, and this is it as well. I'm just bribing him now, and like when he watches this, he'll be like, no, not absolutely not. He's not. He's a sharp tool, and and don't get me wrong. If I'm not doing it on the pitch, he'll tell me, and that's what I want as well, because I know that I need to be at the top of my game still if I want to play, and it's in a competitive team which is building a good squad. So he has no qualms in telling me, experienced players, if we're not at it, or if he wants a certain thing, and I like that. I do like that. So, and it doesn't matter that we're friends. So yeah, he's had a few trials and tribulations in the past few years, which has come through, and I really think that it's a massive message. He used to be a professional footballer as well, and he's been around in the non-league circuit as well. So he's a very, very respectable man, but also football coach now, manager in the game. So I think his story will be quite inspiring from that angle. and he'll talk you through that. So yeah, Ian Deacon is next up. So and again, I get to watch it. So I get to push it on social media for the week coming up to it. And then I get to watch it and just be like, sit back and be a fan. So I get best of both worlds at the minute.
Some boy you are, yeah. So guys, that's episode 11 coming up after this one. So this one's going to be out Sunday, I believe it'll be the 8th of August.
Yeah.
Or is it 9th? I think it's the 9th. Yeah, I think it'd be
the 9th. I just agreed with you then. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. Sunday.
Yeah, so today's the 3rd. So yeah. It's about right, isn't it?
Checking your calendar. Good from you. I mean, I love it. You're checking it on your computer. I've got my diary here. I didn't open it. I just trusted you.
Where is my diary?
So 90. Current day 2020 Rory. Living in the 90s me. But it's okay. It works.
Bro, I've got a diary.
And do you know what? I changed things up today as well, didn't I? I put some headphones on.
Yeah, man.
I was like, how can I make this better?
You're not using those stupid looking AirPods or whatever, so you're not quite 2020, are you?
No, and I'm not there yet. So do they have of course they do. They'll have a speaker attached to it, won't they? But I mean that when do I get my budget for A Night in the Shadows? Can I buy? No. Okay, it's okay. Let's keep
one day. One day. Keep believing.
One day. Keep
believing.
Pushing. Like and subscribe, guys.
Yeah, come on, put it on the screen. Go on.
Like and subscribe, guys. Here we go.
Do you know what? I want to say to people on a serious note. I want to say to people, thank you. Like our subscribers have gone up a few notches on multiple platforms on the YouTube channel. So on this platform, we've gone up a few followers, and then on Instagram, because of your hard work, brother, we've gone up quite a bit. So just those little steps, and we take positives from that, because I showed you a picture, didn't I, the other day of Jeff, is it Bezos or Bezos, the founder and the creator of Amazon, and it was him in his office. He had like a big old school Amazon sign, and he had like this old school computer, and it was like it's like HQ of Amazon, and it just looked early days is all I'm going to say. So we shouldn't underestimate, mate.
It did. And do you know what? I forwarded that on to a few people as well. I was like, check this out. I was buzzing with that. I love stuff like that. I'm like, guys, it's a journey. There's going to be rough times. You'll get through it. If you're passionate about something, you'll get through it, and you'll enjoy it, but you're going to grow, and it's going to do something if you put the work in. It's all about the work ethic, innit? But it's not that bad if you enjoy doing it. So
yeah,
let's do it.
That's why we don't mind it. Like, we got both full-time jobs, but we see this as a joy and a buzz, like to keep reaching all your viewers. And we don't know who's getting how much out of it, but we know for sure that we get a buzz out of it. So just, if you can, guys, as well on the socials, just keep on sharing the weekly episodes that we bring. It's really important, because as I say every single time, we don't know who's watching it. We don't know what people are struggling with. And even like today on my training at work, we were talking about trauma and how people have different traumas and different experiences through life. We can't dub them down, and everyone reacts completely uniquely to trauma and different life experiences. And because we're so unique, we can't just put everyone in one box and say, well, that's fine, everyone get through that absolutely fine. Everyone interprets different things. So it's just so important. So guys, it means a lot to us. So just get on the socials, get on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and share the YouTube episodes so that people can just be blessed by them, man, and get their lives hopefully transformed in a massive way. Because we're not dumbing down what we're doing at Like the Shadows, Paolo and I. We are here for a laughing away, but we're not here to waste our time. We're here to see people be supported and get whatever they can, not just to do it for a jolly. So yeah, guys, just want to say thank you to those who are sharing our posts, and just keep going for it. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, we do appreciate it. I know that we analytically as well, we are watching the numbers weekly, and we're like, look, we've got little targets, and we want to keep hitting that, because we know if we get more followers, that's more people reached out to. If we get more subscribes, more likes, that's again more traffic. And I know I've said that before, but it is so true. And I think if you're watching this, if you watch previous ones, if you're liking posts and stuff like that, and you are struggling, how much have you tried before you think it's the end game? Let's say I don't want to go to the extremes, but let's say have you tried absolutely everything before you think, I just want to give up? Have you tried absolutely everything? And is that you getting in touch with us? It might not be us. It might be Samaritans. It might be whoever. It might be another charity. It might be picking up the phone and talking to a mate. It might be dropping a text. It might be a cry for help to someone. Have you tried everything before you say, I'm just had enough? So it is so true. And statistically, what we're seeing in a minute is just horrible. And hence the reason why me and Rory wanted to do something. And Rory wanted to do something, me jumping on. But this is why we are pushing it weekly. And Rory's working hard behind the scenes and on camera. Because you're good at that, and then I'll happily be doing the posts and whatnot.
Right. But that'll be an extra £100 for you this month for yeah.
No, but it's true, isn't it? It's one of them that I think every now and again we bring it back to something what is real, and that is so real at the minute. And we just in the current climate, and we spoke about it, haven't we?
Yeah,
COVID, lots of things.
Can't mess around. We can't mess around. I will say to you as well, you mentioned Samaritans. I saw a really, really amazing post by them on Twitter today. So they were talking about just generally speaking, supporting people who need help. And this bloke commented on Samaritan's tweet, I'm really concerned about someone I know. It's not me, it's someone that I know. Is there anything you could help me with? And then Samaritans thanked him for his comment. And you think with these big charities and these big social media platforms that these giants won't respond to people individually, but Samaritans did. And when they did respond, they put together a package and a link, and it's specifically for those who are concerned about other people with their mental health and concerned about people who might be suicidal. So what I'll do, Paolo, mate, I'm just going to put it up on the screen as well. Right there.
Is that better?
Yeah. Right there, bang. Because if you guys are doing fine in life, that's great. If you're in a great place, but if there's someone you know, anyone who's watching today, if there's someone you're concerned about, someone you think, oh, shoot, yeah, they're not presenting right, and it's been a while now, and I don't know where they're at, and you feel like you're not too sure, as I put on the screen right now, just go on to Samaritans on their website on that section about someone you're concerned about, and some quality stuff. And a lot of them, like in the shadows, like we've got life experience, we've had our struggles and our battles, but this is just another version of signposting. There are experts and people ahead of the game than us, and we have no shame in signposting some are used to that. So you've got some tools to help people you care about ultimately, because we can't have it. We can't have any more people die on our watch. And Paolo said something massive on one of the episodes of recent times. He said, we can't ignore this anymore. And you're saying you don't want to be at another funeral. And it sounds morbid, but that is the reality.
Yeah. So true. And I think, well, you hit the nail on the head then with the message. It has to be powerful. And sometimes it's that shock factor, isn't it? That sometimes what makes people stand up and listen, or stand up and talk and be like, that's me. I don't want to struggle anymore. I want to help myself. And it is about trying to help yourself. And it's that mindset. And I did that. And I said earlier in this show that I wanted to go back to that, the book, what helped me in the past 5-6 years. So the guy it's called Soccer Tough. And the guy is called Dan Abrahams. And we spoke about it, didn't we? I think we spoke about it off air. But so I bought this book, and I was struggling with my form in football. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't do anything right. It felt like it. And I could, I think we said on the special episode 1, do you hear the sidelines every now and again? And maybe it was in my head, subconsciously, but I swear I could just hear all the little chats like saying, "What's the deal with him? He's not good enough," or "What's going on with him? Get him off." And anyway, so I did a bit of research and found him on Twitter. So he's a sports psychologist, Dan Abrahams, and he's worked with pro golfers. He talks about the Tiger Woods effect. He's worked with Premier League footballers, and he's brought out a few books. So I bought his book, and it was basically loads of techniques to do mindfulness. You do it from your own bed, before games, leading up to games, leading up to training. You can do it sat at traffic lights. And it was all about like creating positive pictures in your mind before going onto the pitch. So, but stuff you've already done. So he's turned, let's say, sportsmen's careers around again, but have had really bad levels of form. And it just makes you break everything down and just go back to basics. But like I said before, what we know with our mind is we think negatively automatically. And it's about us retraining that and us thinking positively, and also reminding ourselves of our best ever football match as a player, and writing all them different techniques down, what happened, the smells, the kit I wore, everything, and going through that in the mind for like 10 minutes a night. And it helped me massively. And but what I'm saying, my point is, it's not just, and I then started, I think because I got into it and because I was like, this is amazing. Like, and I just had it, you basically built like your own little pre-bullet, like 20 bullet points, and you used to read them before a game, every game. Like it might be in the car park before I met the team bus before we went away. It might just be before kickoff when I'm in the change room. But what I took from that is I can use that in my everyday life, going to work. If I'm worried about a meeting, if I'm worried about a phone call I've got to make to a parent, whatever it is, if I'm worried about a conversation with a member of staff, reminding myself on what you do on a daily basis and the conversations you've already had with people, already job interviews you've done in the past and stuff like that. Absolutely. So I think it is just about building positive pictures, but I know you're going to like hopefully do that little tab, Dan Abrahams, but is any sportsman feel like they're struggling with form or anything, and I've recommended it to a few boys. I know a few boys what have bought it, and they read it electronically, or they've bought the hardback, and I really reckon it's one of them go-tos what I can always go back to if I feel like, do you know what, I need to kind of start fresh. But yeah, I think little things like that and what you can take from that is massive. If it's located to what you do on a daily basis.
Yeah, you can specify, saying to the viewers right now, guys, you can specify as to anything as Paolo says. And, you know, if you think of any person that's been excellent, excelled, or even a genius at what they do, even the greatest artists, like to achieve what they've done, architects, whoever it is, sportsmen, as he's alluded to, they had to like use their imagination in advance to see what it was going to be like. They didn't just turn up randomly, just go whatever, or start building or start doing. It don't work like that. They use the power of their mind to foresee it. And you know, this show isn't about Christianity, but even a lot of people think, well, Rory, you're Christian. You're talking about like, you know, spiritualistic things that aren't in line with Christianity. And I want to say to people, even God himself, for those who believe or don't believe, that's fine. But God himself imagined the universe before he spoke it into existence and created it. Like he had to see it before it came about, or else he couldn't have done. So it's the same. It's the principle of anything and everyone in all of this planet. Like you can't just pull something out of thin air for no reason or from nowhere at all. So yeah, guys, start trying it. Like it's massive. It works. It just amazingly. And they call it the state of flow, don't they?
Yeah.
When someone is in flow, when they're in that untouchable zone, they're just in the zone and they're wired. They're not thinking about nothing else. And they're just top performance, whether it's their career or their hobby. They just feel so calm and relaxed. It's because in their mind, their cognitive brain, which is their thinking brain, is on the task. And that's what Paolo alluded to. Like, we overthink things negatively, and that's the conscious mind trying to overanalyze. Oh, I'm fearful of this. Oh, I'm doubtful of that. So I want to say to you guys, just try it, apply that kind of sweet science to your life and see how it works.
Yeah, so it's a bit like, it's going to be obviously a bit like the journey you're going to take on the journal.
Yeah, massively, man.
Being super honest with your thoughts on a daily basis. But then I suppose, well, I can't wait to hear about it, but it'll be stripping like all that back and then you concentrating on what you need to do. What is your purpose?
Yeah, and I'll be vulnerable right now, brother. I've had a bit of a rude awakening this past few days about my year, like how hard it's been, that I've had multiple traumas and bereavements. Like they said to me in this training, has anyone had a bereavement? I was like, oh yeah, that's me. And I'm like, shoot, I've had like 3 in the space of 4 or 5 months. And I've been collecting my thoughts because all of my processing, all my reactions to all these things are just oozing out in ways that I don't like. And I have a bit of reality check. And then, so this, I want to say, like, this book has come perfect timing for me, so I can really kind of get myself, I guess it's self-awareness, so I can start that journey where I'm right, okay, this is where I'm at, and then I can move forward from here, you know. And people will look at me and think, oh yeah, he's fine, but no, I've been struggling a lot. But the point is I'm doing something about it. I'm not sitting around and staying in a prison that I've self-created. It's like, oh shoot, I feel like I'm in a prison, but I'm breaking out. So yeah, I'm excited to grow and to process, I guess. This sounds well deep, but to kind of process my suffering and ultimately overcome it, and it define me from a strength and not define me from a point of a weak man and a broken man. That's how I'm seeing it already. I'm like, I'm just speaking, you know, with positive vibes, my future, because I've got 2 choices. Either I go, oh, this is crap. 2020 is crap. All these deaths, COVID, waiting for my work for months. No, I'm here, and the only way is up now. So yeah, man, I'm buzzing. I'm excited for it. So I can't wait to share with you guys, because you might look at me as the host of In Light in the Shadows, and oh yeah, he seems like he's getting all these people and he's rock and rolling. Like, people need to know, like, I've struggled more than most this year. So, but we've got to do something about it ultimately. ACT.
Yeah, do you know what? And you mentioned it then, and I think this could come on to our slogan, but more to the point is, I think you're being incredibly brave, but also super honest and like about your emotions, and when you know you need to be talking, when you know you need to like let off, do you know what I mean? So because you've been through that, but you're doing the best thing at the minute, which we keep banging on about, but you have to put that down. You have to like put that down on paper or talk about it or put it on air, whatever is helping you at the minute. And I think you're super honest about that, which is only going to help you, but also help potentially, hopefully, someone else coming forward. It's like, do you know what? I feel the same, Rory. I feel like you at the minute in certain times. And you mentioned yesterday, Rich, that we do, like, life does throw curveballs. Life, you get dealt bad hands sometimes, 100%. And we can't stand still. We have to keep moving forward, because it's the unfortunate bits of life. But there is people to reach out to. There is help there if you seek it. So yeah, massive. I think that's massive what you just said.
Yeah, and you know, it's not easy for me to conjure up those words. I'm not being fake, but as I say, like, you know, you've given your hand, and I've been given mine this year. And I think, what the heck's going on here? But you know, I've got to play the hand I've got. I've got to push through, or else, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point?
We can't make sense of it either. Like, it's one of them. There's no answers to certain things. But there will be someone who's been through it as well. There will be someone who's not shocked and will want to hear and will give you some advice on what worked or didn't work for them, which is incredible. And we know that you can talk to someone from your perspective, because there'll be someone what's dealt with what you're doing at the minute, and they might be able to help you as well. And I think that is real, and that does work. We know that works, which is amazing. And do you know what I liked yesterday? Also, a part of Rich's story and what came out of that as well is we can't control. The only thing we can control is our reaction. I love that. Absolutely love that. And I don't know, it sat heavy with me when I was watching it and listening to it. I think at that point I'd put my phone down, but I turned it up and I was doing some jobs. And I was like, I rewound it and I was like, well, that was decent. So, and it is so true, isn't it? That we are powerless to certain things. We can give ourselves the best shot. Maybe we're preparing our body for a sporting event, or we're lining up for a job, whatever it is, an exam. But we only have a handle on so much of it. And there's obviously a lot of stuff what we can't control. But I love the fact that the only thing we can control is our emotion after it, or our reaction to stuff.
100%.
And I just thought that was massive for people to hear.
It's true, and that's why life is hard. Ultimately, it is, because there is so much more that we can't control than we can. So it's like, well, why do we get so consumed with the things we can't control? We replay over and over again. I've been struggling with that one particularly. Certain aspects in my life where I'm like, well, I can't control what they do or don't do. I can't stop them. I can't force them to do what I want. So why am I replaying it over my mind? Why am I trying to think about? Why is it living rent free in my head? Doesn't need to be. It's just like
it's so true. And you know what? That's half the reason I bought this book, because I do let the small stuff get to me at times, and I'm not too ashamed to say it. And you know, most of the time, what I'm thinking comes out, and I've got like sometimes a little short man syndrome, a little short fuse, where I'll just be like, rah, 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 and then it's gone, and I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Like, and it's stupid. It might just be the maddest thing, and I'm like, it's not even important after 10 minutes of having, I don't know, a bit of a madness in my head. But yeah.
Are you the guy that like kicks off because the bog roll's not been changed, or someone's left the milk out in the staff room?
No, not like that. But it's one of them that I have got. I'll be honest, I'm OCD, and it could be the crazy. Do you know what? I feel sorry for Vic at times, and she doesn't even give me a reaction anymore. She knows it's the best thing to do. And I'll be like, well, why is this stuff everywhere? And then I think 10 minutes later, I'm like, it's because we've got 2 kids under the age of 6, and that's going to happen. And do you know what? In a couple of hours, we'll be able to tidy it up and it'll be fine. But it's like that it's almost I've focused on something, and then it's like, bam. And I'm like, well, why have I kind of done that? But like, yeah, Vic's got patience of a saint, and then there'll be times when like it'll be a quick 30 seconds. I'm like, well, I don't even need to say it, but why is the shoes on the stairs? And then it's probably my shoes what are on the stairs. And I'm like, it's all right, I'll put them away. I'll just stitch myself up.
Full on.
But yeah,
you are that guy.
Yeah, but it's true. Why do we hang up on the small things? Like, but yeah. And there you go. There's 2 ends of the spectrum there, isn't there? There's incredible amount of heartache what you've had to go through personally, and stuff what's real. And then there's little angry me for the past 3 weeks, and I might have blew up about something daft, shoes on the stairs or something. And when you put it into perspective, like, what am I moaning about? But it's true. Like, what I'm building up little things. People write books about it. But on the flip side, there's people struggling with bereavement and maybe not talking, or for whatever reason. So yeah, minefield.
Mad things popping off. But yeah, I feel like we should just leave the viewers with what we said today, because the last 10 minutes or so, we just went in. We just went deep end. Some things to think about, guys.
Yeah.
Big time.
Massive.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave it there, bro, because I just believe that the viewers have got a lot out of this episode today or tonight, whatever time of the day they were watching, and plug into it. So, yeah. Bro, thank you again. So, before we go, we need to agree again and remind ourselves, guys.
Yeah.
Who had the best joke? Was it Paolo with the horse and donkeys with Juve, or was it me with a jerry can? Comment below the video. Make sure you do that. It's important. And if we got 1 or 2 comments, we're praying that ain't the case. But if we do, comment and be honest. And the forfeit will have to be done for the rubbish joke. And also,
on it.
Remember what we said. We're going to put the email up again. It's enlightenthesh1 at gmail.com. So make sure that you're emailing any questions, any stuff you want us to talk about on these special episodes, because we'll be back again in 3 weeks' time. As we agreed and promised to you guys, Paolo and myself, we're going to keep chipping these bad boys every 3 weeks so that you guys have got something a little bit more relaxed and it's not as formal as my new guest that I bring on. So yeah, man. Thank you, Paolo, for tonight, brother. And guys, as well, social media, as we said, we want you to just click that big red button just here on the screen right now. Just click subscribe. That would be amazing for us. Make sure you do that. Spread the word. Get on Facebook. Share this episode. And get on Instagram and Twitter. And the handle is, again, coming up on the screen, is Enlighten the SH1. And we just love you guys. Appreciate you. So thanks for joining us again. Well, and next week, as Paolo, just go on, give us a quick 20-second episode 11. What's it going to be like the week after this one?
It's Ian Deacon, former professional footballer, now football manager. He is super honest. He's got incredible life stories, what he will talk about, and he'll talk about trials and tribulations of coming out of full-time game, to management, to injuries. And he's just a good guy that people just hang on his word, and he'll be quality.
He's an overcomer. Bang.
There we go.
He's an overcomer. But yeah, guys, thank you. This has been special episode 3. We'll see you next week for that episode 11, as Paolo said. And in 3 weeks' time exactly, we'll be back for special episode 4. Cheers, Paolo, mate. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye, boy. See you later.